In this video, I'm going to be showing you the best practice routine for Chapter 3. This practice routine is going to go over piece control, aim, editing, crosshair placement, literally everything you can think of that you need. So this practice routine should take about an hour to an hour and a half, depending on how much you do and the quantity of stuff. So basically, I'm going to show you each map in detail, and each map code will be on screen when I'm on it, or you can just go into the description for each map. Enjoy. So the first thing I would do is free build. Free building will literally help you so much when it comes to your practice routine, mainly because you're recapping everything you learned from the previous day and bringing it all into one. Also, free building warms up your fingers very well, just in general. What I like most about free building is the variety you can have and the freedom. You can literally build anything you want and it doesn't really matter. So let's say you're a beginner, it doesn't matter how good you are at building, you can learn to 90 for example, and honestly, this for the practice routine is so good. And coming off of that, what I would do is learn builds you don't already know. So for example, if you can't quad edit, I don't really know if I would take as much time on a quad edit for example, but if you can't quad edit and you really want to learn it, then fair enough, try it. But what I'm trying to say is, like, if you don't know a certain build, so like side jumps or high walls like this, then I would personally just start practicing them non-stop. Like, that's the only way you're going to really improve your building is through free building. So I personally would spend about 10 to 20 minutes on free building. It really just depends on how long it normally takes you to get warmed up in general while building. So really just do it until you're satisfied, because there shouldn't really be a timer on it. But yeah, I would personally just do it for about 10 to 20 minutes and then go into the next drill. Speaking of the next drill, it's the Raiders Piece Control map, V3. This map is honestly so good if you just want to improve your piece control. Even just as a warm-up routine map, this is amazing. So yeah, it's got loads of piece control drills. It's got advanced, more beginner stuff. So yeah. To save time, I'm not going to go through the drills, but what I have done is left in the description a link to Raider464's video on this map, where he explains what the drills are. Also, you can literally just go through it yourself and see which ones you prefer. After doing that piece control map, the next map you want to come into is Raiders Mechanics map, V2. This map is one of his I think it is his most recent one, and it's so good. Literally everything in here, except for piece control tunnels, is really useful. Again, I'm not a fan of piece control tunnels, but yeah. So edit towers, they're literally what they say, but I don't really think these are that worth it unless you really want to be a fast editor. I mean, they're not like insanely useful, but it is what it is. So I wouldn't really recommend that. Also, when you want to go back to the hub thing, you basically use this remote instead of dancing, which you do on the other map. So then here, for the first thing, editing from different angles, this is so good. It's unreal. Literally, this is the most useful thing, and you really do want to do this. So basically, you get put in these different angles, and then you just have to edit from them. So like when you're close to a build and like stuff like that, it's just really useful. Like if you're above it like this, you're gonna get like these edits off. This drill is so useful for in-game situations, you won't even believe it. So once you've done them, I recommend just going into all positions. It's unless you have one you specifically want to get good at. For example, close edits I think is very useful, because you know, as you can see, I'm not great at it. I definitely need to do these, but bro, again, I recommend doing all positions just because it gets all of them done in one quicker. So then we have piece control tunnels. I mean, you could do it if you wanted. It's just, again, like you're editing into nothing. You're not really acting like there's an opponent there, so I don't really recommend it. Don't know if you could tell that I haven't done these much. What? I don't know where I'm going. But yeah, I don't really recommend doing them, so I would just leave them. And then these are amazing as well. Again, if you want to get your piece control, if you want to just practice it in general, really. So basically, piece control fundamentals. I personally would do low ground, high ground, ramp, and then maybe edit it up. It just really do the ones you're not good at. So I'll give you an example of low ground quickly, just so you know what's happening. So you have 2 bots you need to kill, and then you could just... Again, I love these maps because of the creativity you have. There's just so much like option. Like you could go from any angle against these bots. Genuinely, it's amazing. So yeah, with box replace, again, if you're not good at it, then I recommend doing it. It's mostly with these maps is doing the ones you're not good at. So with this one, you obviously take the wall, do that, and shoot the orb. And again, try and do it behind cover. So for example here, you want to have the window. And if you're not great at this, that brings me straight to my next point, which is amazing. Peak shots. I'll go to this after. It didn't really go smooth. But anyway, peak shots. Basically, you take damage every time this orb can see you. So you can see there, he can't see me. Well, I'm not specifically gendering him, but you know what I mean. So basically, you have to take peak shots against this orb. And then, if he can see you, you lose HP in that. So, this one's really good if you just keep taking damage when you're making edit plays. I mean, I really do overuse these peanut butter edits, but it's for a reason. They're just really good, so yeah. Also, you can, like, piece them up from behind cover if you really wanted. I don't really do that much, just because... Oh my god. I don't know. It's just preference again. But, yeah. So, you can do any of these you want. So, low ground flying mode, I haven't really tried that, but again... Oh, no, wait. Oh, my days. But, high ground, low ground, there you go. And then... That brings me on to this, which is not the last thing, again. Okay, editing crosshair training. This is honestly very good. I think it's more for people who are trying to get better at editing. If you're like really pretty good at editing, then you don't really need this. But again, this is mainly for people who are trying to get better. And this is very good, trust me. Like, basically, what this is for, so let's say you're editing... And many people, I'm not saying most people, but like many people when they're editing, especially beginners and stuff, they'll edit like this. So they'll go like all around the thing and like this, for example. Whereas what you're meant to do is follow this circle. It's like the shortest distance you have to take. Basically making it a lot faster. As you can see here. So with this, basically what you do, you can start a timer, you can reset the build, all this. You can go to low ground by shooting that. And then basically... You just sort of, you keep editing and then keep your crosshair on the red dot or the whatever shape is. So, for example, here, I'll go back to even so it's easier to see. Basically, you just follow like this line, so it basically helps you do the edit a lot quicker. Alright, so the final map I'm going to be showing you is Raiders 1v1 aim training. So, I'm just going to go over the ones I recommend and then describe them. I'll play a clip on screen of each one as well, because why not? So, basically... 1x1 cone react, not each one, just the ones I recommend. 1x1 cone react, you're in a box, you have a shotgun, and basically you and your opponent sort of like, you spawn into the box, you keep respawning into the box from different angles, and you have to just flick and shoot, basically. It's very good, it's useful. Then 1x1 cone, this is your classic aim deals, so this is shotgun slash flick, I can't say it, shotgun slash flick training. This is classic aim deals, and basically... 1x1 cone, you have all these aim deals. I definitely recommend doing whichever ones you prefer. A cone is definitely good. All these. Glider tracking, honestly, this is one of the best things as well. And then these are like box fight still, so arena, not arena, you know what I mean. 3x3x3, 4x4x4. So you're basically like in a box, but it's a bit bigger than a box fight. So it's really good. Then we've got SMG tracking slash training. You've got all these as well. So yeah, I definitely recommend doing this map. Also, I'll have linked in the description Raiders video on this map, so you can see it in description, so you can see it in detail, or you can literally just go into the map and then explore it yourself with a friend, or just go into matchmaking. And to get into matchmaking, you just go to find a new opponent. Also, and just before I do go. After you're practicing, if you want to do something, you can just go into these build fights, Raiders build fights. You get some absolute sweats on there, I can't lie. So if you're not like, I'm just saying, it can be frustrating, but you know, it is what it is. If you want to challenge yourself, then go into them. So yeah. That's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like on this video. Also, if you found it helpful, you could do the same. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. It would help me out so much. I'm trying to grow my channel right now. It's going well. So, yeah. I'll see you in the next video.